Hello! Welcome to the Gamer Man's Lounge. I am Lord Gamerman of the Lounge, and I need to take care of something real quick.
Welcome, the Gamer Man's Lounge. Awaken to play.
I had to, and I managed to pay my internet bill. Unlike...
There is a crush you have on a woman. She seems to be rare to find. How do you find her? Load up a specific software on the cart, disk, or storage. You load your save or you go to the character select. You find her. She was who you fawn over. She only exists in the game world. She ain't real, but you wish she was. You look at the beauty. She got the thighs. She got them going boing boing. She got a nice looking curve. Well, she ain't real, but you wish she was. She is cute. She is hot. She is precious. Which one? Wait, she ain't real, but you wish she was. She's full of energy. Can offer a nice lap pillow experience, or she's looking fun to cuddle. Well, whatever. She ain't real, but you wish she was. And that said, let's get a look at that digital lady. Let's see why you love her. I'm curious. Is she fine? I know. Because she ain't real, but you wish she was. Anyway, welcome to the Waifus of Gaming.
Mona from Genshin Impact. Really? You're not gonna let me get my sunglasses? We're definitely gonna be doing some more Genshin Impact waifus. And, we're going over to Teyvat, we're going over to Mondstadt, and we're going to be taking a look at a standard banner character who happens to go by Mona. Yes, she's an astrologist with financial issues. That's right. However, we won't bully her too much. It's not like we have room to talk. Mona is a traveling astrologist who is a standard banner character and worth losing the 50-50 for, unlike the last one I reviewed. However, let's get right on going and talking about our standard banner characters. And when it comes to waifus on the standard banner, hey, you don't have to worry about being on a time-limited, serious, trying to grind your butt off and all that kind of stuff and all that kind of... Yeah, that's pain. That's definitely the pain of having time-limited characters. But hey, don't worry about the time limit on her. She's available as a standard banner character and is available permanently on the standard banner. So hey, good news. However, Mona happened to be my first 5-star character I happened to pull. So of course, I'm going to jump in and review Mona, who is a traveling astrologist who has no choice but to remain a traveling astrologist, because apparently, courtesy of Klee, she found something that she wasn't supposed to find, and she has a dilemma of going back, so of course, she has to take a residence in Mondstadt, and still having to deal with paying the rent. We're still having to constantly get her to pay the rent. It's crazy. It is the way that it is. But if we are to definitely talk about Mona and getting to know her, yes, Mona does play a role in her own storyline, but we do happen to see her play a role in a lot of Mondstadt event quests. That's right. And of course, getting to know her, a bit moody, a bit arrogant, but let's just say a bit narcissistic. However, she does have an elegant tone, very passionate attitude, very elegant, well-mannered. Okay, not really well-mannered. Okay? But, hey, Mona is just very cute and charming to be around with. And, of course, let's get right on going to her gameplay. That's right, her gameplay. Now, every character who is not an Archon wields a vision, right? Yes, Mona is a Hydro Catalyst user who can basically constantly deal Hydro damage. She does have normal attacks, which consist of, most of the time, elemental damage. Yes. However, her elemental skill is a distractor that constantly does hydro damage. And yes, when she summons that distractor, whether you can summon on an enemy or you can pretty much hold the E button to basically have her dodge backwards and then summon it on where her spot formerly used to be. Okay? And of course, as a distractor, her distractor basically, distracts. It basically kind of fools the enemy. It sends people at the distractor, which is absolutely perfect because of the constant hydro application that it does until the time runs out, of course. You also have the ability to pop on another character, and, well, if you do Dendro, Dendro is going to be a field day for Mona. Especially whether we're going to be talking about Burgeon, which consists of pyro attacks, and setting off Dendro cores with pyro attacks, or you could set off Electro core explosions with Electro. As a matter of fact, there is a perfect combination. Raiden Shogun and Mona. Raiden Shogun's elemental skill, and however switching back to Mona, can make her not only deal hydro, but also apply electro too, making her most of the time an on-field DPS. However, Mona's elemental burst, on the other hand, if we're definitely going to be talking about the elemental burst, she has a huge AoE blast. Anybody hit within the radius not only gets hit with a massive hydro damage, but is also trapped and rendered immobile. That's right. They're just trapped. They're stuck in their place. They're held still. So you can also swap to the next character, whether it be Raiden Shogun, and then use Raiden Shogun's elemental burst, and then cause some shenanigans from left and right. Hey, this is perfect. So, yes. She does also... Now, yes, when the enemy is trapped, it can also do some additional... There is a damage bonus in it for you. So, yeah, it's crazy how her elemental burst really, really works. When it comes to pretty much back in the good old days combinations that I used to utilize, I used to pretty much utilize Mona's stuff when it comes to, well, using either Beto or Lisa's elemental bursts. So with that totally said, because Lisa does constant electro damage when it comes to her elemental burst, and the same with Beto. However, Mona can become pretty much devastating. However, you can use Mona as a sub-DPS. She is most of the time a sub-DPS, but with that totally said, and especially with the introduction of Dendro, especially, she could pretty much summon tons and tons of Dendro cores. So, yeah. But they are not going to instantly explode. There needs to be an elemental reaction to it. It's not like Nailu, where she can make them instantly blow up. No. What ends up happening here is that, well, if you have, let's just say you apply a distractor that does the hydro damage, you swap it over to Hu Tao, who can basically pretty much, fly back and forth, dealing constant pyro damage. That would be some good vape damage right there. However, Yoimiya doesn't have to worry about people going after her because, well, people are pretty much distracted by Mona's distractor. But, however, if we're going to talk about Burgeon or Hyper Bloom or anything involving Dendrocores, this is definitely perfect. Nahida is the perfect addition, and because, well, Nahida can use her elemental burst, and that totally said, because of Nahida's elemental burst with Mona in the party, there is an extension, but however, when you have, well, when you summon those Dendro cores from left and right, you got the Burgeon going, or you got the Electro stuff going. But wait. Let's just go ahead, focus right in to what Raiden Shogun can do thanks to Mona. However, Mona unleashes her elemental burst, trapping enemies, keeping enemies in their place, holding them still, swapping back to Raiden Shogun and using Raiden Shogun's elemental burst. Boom. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, crazy creativeness with a lot of combinations with each other. It is the way that it is. Alright, but hey, fantastic gameplay, and really surprisingly great gameplay. And of course, if you manage to get a hold of her constellations, which I do happen to have her constellations, I think if I remember right, up to 3rd constellation, if I remember. So yeah. So yes, constellations are going to definitely vary the outcome of Mona's output. But however, Mona does have decent damage output. And pretty much there is some surprisingly interesting results that will exceed expectations. So something you're going to want to keep in mind. So yeah, remember to build her up really good. So that totally said. However, back before Dendro, or there is also Crystallized when it comes to Geo. Yeah, I know that. Okay. But however, you got Beidou, you got Raiden Shogun, or you got Lisa. Hey, you could totally just, hey, Elemental Burst, on-field DPS for Mona, and the same thing with Raiden Shogun and Mona. That's going to be the thing. But also, if we're going to definitely talk about Dendro, definitely useful for Dendro. Basically, Nahida can also have people who are just drawn in by Mona's Distractor, just, boom, hit up with Dendro. Dendro cores spill out. You use Raiden Shogun, you use Yoimiya, or you use a Pyro user, and you get results. Fun results. So with that totally said, I'm liking how crazy her gameplay can get, and especially with Dendro around. Now, that totally said, let's get right on going. Yes, she's a fun character to play as. However, let's go ahead and review the appeal of Mona. How fantastic does Mona look while she basically slays? However, with that said, Mona's traditional outfit before Hoyoverse had to basically make a new one with a gun to their head. But anyway, however, her usual outfit back in the good old days usually consists of a leotard with stockings. And of course, it's a nice, beautifully decorating, fitting of her passion outfit. And of course, it happens to basically flex a lot. It flexes her curves, it does flex her chest, and it does flex her thighs. And of course, it does pretty much highlight the booty that she is also known to have alongside Eula and Ganyu. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. So yes, Mona's finest booty is also a 3rd slappy that we did review. Hey, thanks Maxor for giving me the terminology. Anyway, now, taking a look at her, we are looking at some elegant curved body, nice looking body. Chest size, definitely good, good chest size. Looks average, a bit more than average. But however, we're talking about in the midriff area, fantastic looking midriff, nice looking midriff. But however, thighs definitely thick. And of course, if you pretty much add in that booty, yeah, of course those thighs could get really thick. Mona's hips don't really lie. And as a matter of fact, as we basically, and for the bonus, Mona looks cute. She is just a hell of a cutie. She looks really cute. She's hella cute. That totally said. And that in combination with her figure, basically put her at max rating on her appeal. So that totally said. However, let's go around and talk about Mona overall. Mona overall is a fantastic standard banner character, worth losing the 50-50 over. I mean, hey, if you lose the 50-50 for a Mona, consider yourself very, very lucky, because, well, she can be a great Hydro assistant, and she can basically deal her fair share of Hydro shenanigans. But, however, knowing that, well, she is a fun character to get to know of, a really great character to really play as, fun throughout, and, of course, really great for Dendro parties, and all that kind of stuff. Really, all around, I like Mona, and Mona is pretty much, in my opinion, the best standard banner character that I have luckily pulled for. I do want to pull for Jean because I heard she's also a healer, but hey, it is the way that it is. Hey, at least I got Constellations on Mona. So yeah, Mona, a fun character, and yeah, a 5-star character to keep in mind of that. And yeah, we'll do some 4-star character reviews, but for the time being, we're just going to focus on Mona. And Mona, at the end of the day, is a fantastic character. She's cute. She's got the finest booty. But, however, with that totally said, she looks elegant, attractive, sexy as hell. We could go with that. And, of course, she is a very great character all around. So, yeah, pretty much great. Anyway, that is all, and I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out.
This is a video product made by a fellow gamer man. We hope that you enjoy the content, and we also hope that you enjoyed the shenanigans. We'll be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out. Heyo!